Okay, so you and I were talking about how much is enough. And I'm not going to mention any names or amounts, but I spoke to a guy the other day. He's just a normal salesman. And his life basically got flipped upside down for the good, actually. He brokered a deal, a massive deal, and he made a massive commission. Like, whatever you think is a lot of money, times that by 10 and then times it by 10 again. And I'm just thinking, well, what's that guy going to do? He doesn't have to work for the rest of his life. And he went from just being a normal salesman, maybe earning 50 or 60K a month, to that type of money. He can buy anything his heart wants. Like, what do you do? Like, I truly believe happiness has to come from within. Because when you get to that point where you've experienced everything and you've experienced all the finer things in life, what more is there to chase? You know what I mean? If you're not content with yourself, what else do you do?
When you look at people that won the lottery, right? 90% of them spoil it all in the first year. If you visit them a year later, they've got nothing. And I think the reason for that is because we lack knowledge, right? We lack emotional intelligence. And they think money is what's going to make them happy. If you don't know how to work with it, then most definitely it will ruin your life. The worst thing that can happen to an 18-year-old that got brought up in a poor family is to win the lottery or to make a shit ton of money all of a sudden. If I made the money that I'm making today at the age of 18, I would have been dead. I promise you. Snorted it all out, made stupid ass decisions. I think that's why the good book says, seek first the kingdom of God. It's not just about religion. It's not just about finding God. It's about finding yourself, right? Being happy with who you are, appreciating the finer things in life, but the finer things within, like developing yourself, right? Like becoming a better father, a better brother, a better friend, leveling up your EQ, your emotional intelligence. If you are not emotionally intelligent enough to love yourself and be content with yourself, content with a little bit and content with a lot, right? A lot of money does not make me feel different. I've trained my mind to make sure that it doesn't make me feel better about myself. It's an extremely difficult thing to do, but that's our biggest problem with money, is the big emotional connotation that we have to it. The way a little bit makes you feel, the way a lot makes you feel. It's not the be all and end all. I think that's why people always jump to, your money won't make you happy, but you fucking need it. But money should not make you happy nor sad. You should be emotionless with money. And once you can master that, it's going to take a lot of personal development, it's going to take a lot of training. But once you can do that, then you can really utilize it. You can use it for the right reasons. But I mean, look at myself now. Me and you had that conversation in the car. I'm driving a 1.8 million rand car, and I'm constantly thinking about the next one. I want a Ferrari, I want this, I want that, and I want a house at Belito, and I'm constantly chasing all of these new things, and I have to stop and correct myself and say, listen mate, you don't even have this for more than 2 years. Just enjoy it while you have it, right? Like, just simmer in it a little bit more. Don't go for the Ferrari all of a sudden. Maybe switch it up, get an R8 or a Bentley, or enjoy everything. Because if you jump to a Ferrari or a Lamborghini and that's what you're chasing because you think that's what's going to make you happy, what's after that? Right? What are you going to do when you can buy anything in the world? You can drive any car in the world. You've got planes, you've got helicopters, you've got fucking properties, you've got hundreds of millions of dollars. What is going to make you happy then?
No, exactly that. And the thing is, I think what you mentioned there is you have to develop yourself first. I firmly believe the universe or God, whatever you believe in, won't gift you with abundance until you can handle it, if I can put it like that. I'm a Christian. I believe God won't bless me with abundance if he knows I can't handle it. Because like you said there, if I had to get $1 million at 18, I would have had nothing left now. It's 20 million rand, almost 20 million rand. Give me 20 million rand right now, and I'll not need to work a day in my life again because I'll know how to use that money. So it's all about developing yourself. It kind of comes to mingling with the right people and reading books. I don't think people understand the power in books. For example, last night I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see this video of Patrick Bet-David where he's explaining how if you double $1 million 10 times, you get to $1 billion. And this guy pops up, he stitches it, he's like, oh, if you quadruple it, then he's making fun of Patrick Bet-David. And I genuinely think the message just flew right over his head because he doesn't have the knowledge. He's never developed himself to actually understand what Patrick Bet-David is saying. Patrick Bet-David is actually just trying to convey that a lot of money is not that far out of your reach. You must change your perception on what's a lot of money, because if you think 100,000 or £1,000,000 is a lot of money, you'll never get it. It's like push-ups. If you tell yourself I'm going to do 15 push-ups, you're going to struggle on the 14th and the 15th rep. But if you tell yourself 30, that 14th and 15th rep is not going to be difficult, because you're aiming for further. I always believe, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you'll land upon the stars. So change your perception on what's a lot, and yeah, it won't be that difficult to obtain.